Hello, everyone. This is a presentation of the Manhattan Project Historical Park. We will discuss the history, importance, and economics of this amazing park. First, let's talk about the park itself. Where is it? The park is very unique because it has three locations across the U.S. These include Hanford, Washington, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and Los Alamos, New Mexico. What does the park look like? These two photos are from Hanford, Washington. The building is called the B reactor and is where plutonium was produced. The above image was taken in 1944, and the one below was taken in 2015. Let's talk about the historical context of this site. According to History.com, the Manhattan Project was the code name for the American led effort to develop a functioning atomic weapon during World War II. It started in 1942 and was first based in Manhattan. However, in December of 1942, President Roosevelt combined three major research and production facilities to form a single effort called the Manhattan Project. These three locations are in New Mexico, Tennessee, and Washington, and each location had a specific responsibility. In Hanford, Washington, this site was responsible for producing plutonium, which is a key material used in atomic bombs. The Columbian River ran through Hanford and was used to generate power and cool the reactors. The plutonium produced at this site was used in the bombs and for the Trinity test and the bombs dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. In Oak Ridge, Tennessee, they produced another key material used in atomic bombs, uranium. Uranium was enriched in several facilities part of the Manhattan Project. This location was perfect because it had many trees and hills, which kept it a secret from enemies and the general public. Los Alamos, New Mexico, is where everything came together. The first nuclear bombs were tested here. Plutonium from Hanford and uranium from Oak Ridge was sent to Los Alamos, where research facilities and testing grounds were located. On July 16, 1945, the first nuclear device was tested 210 miles south of Los Alamos, New Mexico. Now let's look at some of the key national and international events that led to the creation of the atomic bomb. Nuclear fission is the key reaction when making a nuclear explosion. This, of course, sparked the interest of the government when in 1939 Albert Einstein presented the idea of a fission chain reaction. This was when the government began funding research on atomic energy and bombs. Now that the government was funding the nuclear program, they began looking for sources of plutonium and uranium, which would be later produced in Hanford and Oak Ridge. Eventually, the two production facilities and Los Alamos were joined into one team to produce and manufacture nuclear bombs. Finally, on July 16, 1945, the first nuclear bomb was successfully tested. Internationally, it all begins in World War II and Europe is plunged into another world war, but the US remains neutral. That all changed in December 1941 when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the next day the United States declared war on Japan and joined the Allied powers. Eventually, Germany would surrender on May 7, 1945, leaving only the US and Japan at war. To stop the war, the United States nuked Nagasaki and Hiroshima. To this day, it is the only time nukes have ever been used in war.